To interject, this monologue is quite long. So at first, Minister, after you had gone to report me in front of President Tinubu and said all sorts, anyway, I am not beholden to you. My job is accountability.
You are too small for me to report you to the president.
No, but they are
You are too small
Minister,
for me to
Minister,
report you to the
Minister,
president.
let me
Who are
speak.
you?
Minister,
Who are you for me to report you?
Minister, let me speak. I have empirical evidence. The world watched it on the commission of the project when you mentioned the questions I asked you to the president. That was reporting me to the president officially. The world watches, so you don't need to dilly-dally about the empirical facts. I don't talk without facts, Minister. You know, when I have my facts, I talk. And I insist on my question when I ask on cost.
Rufia, let me only address you.
Minister, you will not allow me speak. The problem is you will not allow me speak. You spoke for over 20 minutes, over 10 minutes.
Because you don't know what you are speaking.
But let me speak. Let me speak. You will not.
What your profession is.
You will not allow me speak. You see, if you can just keep quiet and be calm and just allow me speak, I'll be happy. All right. So my question still persists as regards the cost per kilometer. You cannot tell me that we don't have a right to know the cost per kilometer. Even if it's an undulating landscape, give us all the facts and the details of the cost per kilometer. That's all we'll ask for. Other questions as regards the loans taken. Let me finish.
No. I will keep quiet for you to damage
Let me
information.
finish.
Listen to me.
Minister, you will not allow me to speak. The minister will not allow me to speak.
No. Don't do that with me.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
I was in your studio.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
And when the first section was on, and I ran the figures. And what you're asking us is 750 kilometers of coastal highway. We should tell you cost per kilometer. So you multiply by 750. That's nonsensical.
No, so tell me the cost per kilometer. There's nothing too hard for you to tell me that figure. You've not still told me that figure. So I was right on that point. The second point...
Because you don't understand anything.
The second point I'm trying to make is
You don't understand anything. I'm a professor in this field.
Okay.
You don't understand anything.
What university gave you professorship in this field?
And you cannot ask me to tell you a cost.
What university gave you professorship in engineering? I didn't know you were Professor Umahi, Minister. I didn't know. So... Please,
I'm professor in practice.
In practice.
I'm professor in practice.
Okay.
I understand engineering very well.
So secondly,
and you have no knowledge of what you're asking.
If you will let me...
You have no knowledge.
If you will let me ask questions.
You keep quiet.
Okay.
And then stop,
okay.
you know...
Minister, it's all right. Keep dignifying yourself and let the world see you for who you are. If you allow me speak, the other 100 kilometers that you said they've added to it, we would like to know the cost per kilometer of that one. And the Winsome Homes, the case is in court. Now, I would like to know the cost per kilometer for that one. I would like to also know the over 700 billion first tranche of loan you guys got for this project. Has the money been spent? How was the money deployed? I would also like to know. I would also like to know the terms of that loan. All right? How many years? What's the payback period? What's the payback moratorium of that loan? And for the Winsome Homes, isn't it interesting that as somebody that's been a governor in the state, you know the law, a case is in court, and then you're coming to talk about the details of the cases in court. Because you deny that the case was not in court. Now you've already accepted that the case is in court. So is it not just better you thrash it out with the woman that has been reporting a case in public that we all heard, and I ask you questions based on that? So, Minister, just answer the questions. I've got no axe to grind with you. You know that. We've spoken many times. In fact, when your people call to book, I booked them, and I said you should come on air. So please just tell us those information. It's very important, Minister.
I'm not hearing, even though this guy is not... Yes, you know, in certain cases in court, you say, you know, you do no case submission. Rufia does not know what he's talking. And I think he should come to learn, you know, one, how to talk. Number two, Mayo.
He answered the question. How have the loan been spent? What's the cost per kilometer of these new 100 kilometers? How much is it going to cost? And how has the cost been spent?
All right, Minister Umahi, you have the floor now to please respond to the questions that have been posed to you.
Okay. Number one. You know, this guy makes me, you know, it makes me, you know, to laugh, you know, at a very high level of ignorance. I was in H0t State, and I said, listen, The president has directed, 100 kilometers of the coastal highway to pass through H0t State. And this man is asking me how much per kilometer. This 100 kilometers has not been designed. There has not been a soil report on it. And so why are you asking me, is it to name a child or to do a birthday for a child that is still in the belly of, a mother? That's what he said. So, and he's doing it, what is the cost per kilometer? What is the cost per kilometer? Listen, in this kind of project, you are not dealing with a cost per kilometer. You can't say this is an average cost per kilometer. So I'm teaching you English now. You can talk about an average cost per kilometer because every 1 kilometer is different in cost from the other kilometer. So you can talk about cost, average cost per kilometer. Now, Rufia, that project has not been designed. The soil report is not out. That process is ongoing. And when that is done, the ministry will do their own, evaluation. We now go to BPP and ask for selective tendering of the project. And when people have tendered, then we will now evaluate and send back to BPP. BPP will now evaluate and we send back to Federal Executive Council. It is at the end of Federal Executive Council approval that will be able to say this project is costing this amount and the average cost is this amount. Did I answer you?
Okay, so you have not designed that project, yes. What about the cost per kilometer of the one you have done thus far? Can you also tell us the details of the cost per kilometer and the over 700 billion Dutch bank loan? Can you also tell us more about that? Has that loan been used? What part of that loan have been used? And what are the terms of that loan?
Yes, these are elementary questions, and it makes no sense. A process is ongoing, payments is being made, and you are saying how has this money been utilized? The money is meant for the project, and the money will be paid according to work done. When a certificate is generated, and that certificate, is approved, through a process in Ministry of Works, and then it will be given to the funders, and the funders will come and they will check, is this work done? And if it is done, they will release the foreign component of that loan. That is the process. And if I have to continue to teach Rufia this profession, then there must be payment for it. Because it's darkening counsel without knowledge.
So the cost per kilometer of the work done thus far, Minister Umahi.
All right, Minister.
Cost per kilometer of the work done thus far.
This is elementary. How can you be asking for cost per kilometer in the process of construction? No, Mayo, hold on.
Okay.
Let me explain something to him.
We have very limited time, so I would like to interject here. When I ask my question, then you can marry all of them together, please. Thank you. And I just wanted to mention.
Explain.
No, you will explain, sir.
This man is usurping your time.
No.
And you can see it. When I said, that the coastal route, is so beautiful, and that, if it's this beautiful, I don't know how the street of heaven will be like. And I expect my friend like Rufia not to, defy the law, and so that he will make heaven alongside with us,
Well, on that note,
you have not answered the cost per kilometer question. It's just a shame.
On that note.
Abati, tell this man that, cost per kilometer of road that the section completed. There's nothing like that. In the road project construction, you may finish a pavement, you have not done the drainage. You may finish drainage, you have not done the solar light. So there's nothing like cost per kilometer until it is fully finished before you can know. And the Rufia, the word is average cost, not cost per kilometer. Average cost. Next time, try and use it.